Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Star Trek Online. So, here we are in Zeta Andromeda. We are by the Arawath system. In our last episode, we finished the other side and got to see the mirror universe. But now it is time for the last episode of the Cardassian struggle, which is leads up to the Borg. So this will end all our Cardassian stuff. Actually, it's not all that there is. There's the new 2800 series FE that they came out with earlier this year. That has now been woven into the storyline, and it comes at the end of the Cardassian stuff, and it starts with Second Wave, and then of Bajor, Operation Gamma, Facility 4-28, and Boldly They Rode. Now, we've already done those missions, because those missions came out, or that FE series came out, featured episode series, came out while we were playing this Let's Play series of Star Trek Online, and so when that was released, I went ahead and just played it on Ensign Ricky. So I should have video of that earlier. I also have just a separate video series of the 2800 that I played with my main character, the Doctor. So if you want to see these episodes, Second Wave of Bajor, Operation Gamma, Facility, Boldly the Road, all of those, I do have a playlist of those those episodes that I played on my main character as soon as they came out. So, and I've already done them on Ensign Ricky, that's why it says replay, so I'm not going to replay them. But if you hadn't done them already, and you are just now starting the game, and this is your first time playing the game through, you will see that those episodes have now been put at the end of the Cardassian struggle. So where Cage of Fire used to be the last episode in the Cardassian storyline, now it concludes with Boldly They Rode. So those 5 episodes have just been placed at the end of the Cardassian storyline, which gives the Cardassian missions just 5 more missions basically than what it had previously. So we're starting now Cage of Fire, which used to be the last episode of the Cardassian struggle. Your crew is responsible for the safety of a Cardassian peace activist traveling to Bajor. Be ready, because the true way may not be your only problem. Admiral, Starfleet has been asked to send a representative to escort famed peace activist Saren Teresa on a pilgrimage to Bajor. On this trip, she is scheduled to return several cultural artifacts to the Bajorans. In addition, she will tour the archaeological digs at the Fire Caves with a contingent from the Vedic Assembly. Saren Teresa has dedicated her life to promoting peace between the Bajorans and the Cardassians. She uses her mixed heritage as a bridge, and she has made major breakthroughs in normalizing relations between these former enemies. As you might expect, there are those who oppose her good works. The True Way has threatened her life on multiple occasions. I don't want anything to happen to her on our watch. You will meet her ship at TRD 071944. Keep her safe and keep your eyes open for the True Way. So we have to escort Saren Teresa from TRD 071944 to Bajor. And this is located in the Chorus sector of Zeta Andromeda, which is exactly where we are. So we just need to find TRD. There it is. And we will head right there and pick her up. And we'll go ahead and make Cage of Fire primary. Now, Cage of Fire, as I said, used to be the last episode in the Cardassian struggle. Now it's not, technically, but it used to be. And this mission has a particularly, or had, and I think might still have, a particularly annoying bug that they've just never quite fixed, or never found a fix for. It doesn't always happen, but it happens a lot of the time. And I'll explain that more when we get to the planet's surface. But up until that point, it should be okay. So this is cool because this episode deals directly with the Caves of Fire that we saw at the end of Deep Space Nine. in that TV series. The Pa Wraiths, as you know, came from this cave of fire, which are kind of like anti-wormhole alien people. So it was very interesting, and this episode here deals with that. So it's very, very cool. All right, enter TRD. Let's pick up this person we've never heard of before. Captain, I have a lock, but sensors are showing it has been fired upon and has a lot of has lost all power to engines. Looks like our mission to escort her to Bajor will be a transport instead. Uh-oh. And here she is. She's apparently half Bajoran and half Cardassian. Thank you for your assistance. The True Way and those who support them have always been hostile to my attempts to foster relationships between the Cardassian and Bajoran peoples. They've threatened me before, but this is the first time they have made an attempt on my life. I only regret that innocents are now involved, and there's a Galar-class ship right over there. After the True Way disabled my ship, they moved on to the station in the nearby asteroid field, and they've taken hostages. I abhor violence, but I fear that direct action is the only thing that will help my people. Please, is there anything I can do? Yes. So let's go rescue the hostages and defeat attackers, and there's five groups of Cardassians out there. Always starts with battle, doesn't it?
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
And there we go. One down, one Galar class defeated. And I'm sure one of these attackers out here is going to be a Keldon class. The Keldon, of course, is the toughest Cardassian ship. But I'm sure one of them is going to be out there somewhere. It's another Galar class. There's another enemy group over there.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, gotta love that torpedo spread. Very awesome. I did launch a wing of fighters on my side, Scorpion fighters, just to help out a little bit. One of them already died, I've only got two left.
Warning, ship is under attack.
And the recharge time is so long, 5 minutes. It never used to be that long. It used to be very short, and you could launch a couple of wings at a time. Now I guess they don't want you to do that.
Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing.
Okay, that's another one down. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, there was one. Ah, there it is. There's a Keldon class. I knew it had to be out there somewhere.
Warning, ship is under attack. 4 shields failing.
It killed my shields. They just used some
Rear
kind
shields
of
failing.
disable subsystem and killed my shields there for a
Target's
second.
shields have failed.
That wasn't good. Could have been bad. Really bad. Trying to stay on one side and constantly bombard that side because the shields will stay down on that side and then my torpedoes will have a big impact on their hull. That's the idea of trying to stay on one side like that. Do a lot of damage because their shields are weaker. They had no shields that time and I got a direct torpedo hit. That was perfect. There we go. And that's how you defeat a kill them. And we got one more group over here. We shall make mincemeat of them. As we have killed your brethren, we shall kill the rest of your brethren. Because we are Starforts. And we are awesome.
Warning. Ship. Target's shield has failed.
You're dead. And you're dead. And we just have one more, and you shall be dead very quickly. Boom, you're dead. And that is how you deal with Cardassians. That's all they understand, apparently. They really, really, really like to start a fight. But I'm here to end it. Alright, rescue hostages from asteroid base. I have some kind of texture flickering going on. That's pretty. Okay, where's the asteroid? There's a million asteroids out here. Where is the one I need? Oh, guessing it's that big one. Hello, hostages, are you here? Oh, I'm guessing you're there. Rescue hostages. Yay! The hostages are safe, Captain, but there's more ships incoming. Well, isn't that just great?
Warning.
And it's a kill them.
Target's shield has failed.
And this should finish ya. Almost. That should finish him. There we go. Yes. Ooh, that was a lot of Cardassians needed to die just now. And they died. And I win. Yay, okay. Now we have to warp to Bajor. Exit to sector space and let's head to Bajor. So I guess we got that girl and we also have the hostages still. Sweet. Transwarp 10. No, I don't think I'm in transwarp. I'm just going warp speed. They must have relabeled this to transwarp instead of warp speed, but I'm not in transwarp. Or maybe I am in transwarp. I don't know. Maybe that's how they got away, because before it said warp speed 10. And as we all know, you hit warp speed 10, you turn into a lizard, and apparently you mate with Janeway and you have babies. But, you know, so you can't have warp speed 10, but you can have transwarp 10. And that would explain that. So maybe that's how they have just changed the labels to make it sound better. Bajor, please. I said Bajor. Where are you? Bajor, there you are. So if we go one notch down, I wonder if it'll say warp speed. Yeah, okay. Warp 7.5. Warp, and then it goes to transwarp. Cool. So that's how they explain it. So the maximum speed right now is I'm going transwarp 10. And I guess I could go slightly under that, like warp 9 or something. Yeah, I could change it to warp 9. Not a big difference though. The two engines that will change your warp speed in sector space is the Borg engine and the Mako engine. Those two engines will change your warp speed, and I guess you'll be going transwarp, but you'll be doing like with the driver coils up, you'll be going like transwarp 20 with the warp engine, and like half that with the Mako engine. So a lot faster with those engines, but we don't have those quite yet. Okay, no, we don't want Deep Space Nine. Let's do continue approaching Bajor. Alright, arriving in the Bajor system. Bajoran Central Command has directed us to maneuver to the nearest navigational beacon and establish orbit. Beacon, where are you? Oh, I guess that's you. Hello, Beacon. How are you today? Standard orbit established. The Bajorans say they are ready to receive Sarah and Teresa at the fire caves, and would like us to transport directly there. Are you ready to beam down? Oh yeah, let's do this thing. Beam down to the fire caves. Ooh, fiery, fire, fire, fire. The spirit of my father whispers me in the night. He has granted me a portion of his power, and I am reborn. I am Ducat's legacy. I am the one who will open the gates of flame and end the needless torture of the Pa-wraiths. What? Carefully, so carefully I laid my plans, collected believers to my side. I even ordered them to fire upon my ship, so you would bring me to this holy place at the appointed time. The power of the Pa-wraiths fill me. Look upon their might and despair. What? Where's she going? Poof! Oh my, did she just turn into flames? What just happened, sir? Did Saren burst into flames? Captain, Sarah and Teresa talked about the Pa-wraiths. If I'm remembering correctly, the Pa-wraiths are supposed to be non-corporeal beings like the prophets. However, these Pa-wraiths were banished to the fire caves thousands of years ago. The crew of DS9 had several encounters with Pa-wraiths in the 2370s. They typically took the form of fire spirits. If Sarah and Teresa has been taken over by a Pa-wraith, we could be in real trouble. She mentioned followers, too. We need to be careful. Uh-oh. Well, she turned into flames, didn't she? So that happened. Scan flames. My tricorder isn't picking up any sign of Saren, sir. Recommend we explore deeper into the caves. So, okay. Here's the main problem with this mission. Okay, fire caves. Awesome. All fiery down below. There's fire everywhere. Very cool. Problem with this map is you can see the paths that you have to follow are very narrow. See these bridges here? These are the paths that you have to follow. And you can see them here. Problem is the AI gets so messed up on them. it can't figure out where it's going. The AI is totally screwed up. Sometimes a bridge officer will just get stuck down here and not figure out to go up the bridge. Like, it'll like come around here, get stuck in this area, and like figure out that it can't come around this way. Sometimes, and what happens a lot, or what used to happen a lot, is your bridge officers will just totally commit suicide. They will totally, some of these bridges you can walk right off into the fire. So sometimes they get messed up, turned around, and end up walking right off the cliff into the fire. And there's many, many, many areas where this can happen. So they get too close, or they'll slide off, and they'll even turn right into it, and sometimes just walk or run right into it. The AI can get so screwed up in this area. Not all the time, mind you. I have had successful runs of this where they do follow me the entire way. But a lot of the time, I get halfway through this mission, and I'm by myself without my bridge officers. And it gets really tough without your bridge officers. So we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens this time. If you lose all your bridge officers, there is a trick to get them back. But like, see down here, I mean, they end up running straight down there off the path. Sometimes they just don't follow you correctly. I always look behind me, just make sure they're all following me. She is the one. She will open the gates of flame. So far, so good. Right here, I sometimes lose one. They like to jump off the cliff.
Flanking damage detected.
Sometimes they get stuck and just stop moving, just like that. I can't explain that, but for some reason they do that. Come on, guys. Follow me. This is another area where they can potentially jump off. So far, we're doing okay. Maybe they fixed the issue. I hope so. That issue had been with this game for a very long time.
Flanking damage detected. Shield losing go.
So far, so good. Hope that continues. Okay, this is a hostage you have to rescue. Rescue hostage. They're insane. I was working in the archaeological digs when these cultists attacked. I heard them saying something about a blood sacrifice to free the Wraiths. I think they are going to kill me. There are more captives in the cave. Please, you've got to rescue them and stop the madness. Captain, I've established contact with the Pandorica. They're standing by to beam up the hostages as we find them. So now I've got 4 groups of hostages that I need to rescue. And they've already picked a fight with Cardassians. Alright. Very good. Sometimes in the past I've seen them get stuck like here and not continue any further. But so far we're doing alright. Let's hope that continues. Because I will need their help at the end. Come on, guys. Okay, here's a hostage. More hostages. All right. This hostage. Alright. Nothing back there. Keep going around. Come on, Anar. Come on, person. Stay way back there. Come on, guys. You can do it. See, why are they staying way back there? I have no idea. Look, she's not even coming. She's just stuck. And this is what happens a lot of times, too. They just stop moving for no reason. Okay, now they're all with me. Let's rescue this hostage. And that's all 4 of them. Captain, there are more life signs in the room ahead. One of them appears to be unconscious. There are reports that the Paw Wraith are strengthened by pain and negative emotion. If Sarantaressa is here to free the Paw Wraiths, she may be attempting a blood sacrifice. We need to stop her. Stop the ritual. say, my bridge officers did very good this time. They all followed me. That doesn't happen all the time, but it happened this time, and that is pretty awesome. Alright, so this is the last part of this mission, and we have to defeat her, and as you can guess, she's pretty powerful. So you definitely want your bridge officers. Okay, here she is. She's performing a ritual. I'm going to pop these and start firing on her. She's going to fight me for a little bit, and then she's going to disappear. Now, while she disappears, what's going to happen is there's going to be groups coming from each side, one at a time, and you have to basically defeat them. So I just set myself up in this little bunker right here. Which I should have done a little faster. And then I can fight the sides that come at me. So it's that side first, and now Sarah and Teresa will come back. We have to fight her a little bit. Okay, now she's going to disappear again, and we got another group coming from this side, I believe. So I got my little bunker going here. There we go. Now I can fight off these Cardassians. Now Saren's going to come back, and we have to fight her for a little bit. And she's going to disappear again, and now there will be Cardassians coming from this side. Okay, and now the final battle. It is final battle time. I'm gonna give her one of these. She'll love it. There we go. And she's dead. That was awesome. It's so strange. This fire isn't burning me at all, but I can feel the heat. This is beyond my understanding, sir. With Sarah and Teresa defeated, we're cleared to beam the remaining hostages directly to sickbay. All hostages are expected to survive, sir. Recommend we return to the ship for medical treatment and then contact Starfleet. We have quite a story to tell. First, I want to collect my stuff. That wasn't worth it. Just collect everything and I'll sell it. I think that's it. Okay, good to go. Beam up now, please. Alright, Cage of Fire complete. How good does that feel? Feels great. Let's turn it in. And we get Engineering, Science, or Tactical Kit. We are engineering, so we'll take it. It's not a kit I want to use, but I'll take it anyway. Ta-da! Complete. Okay. Cool. So, now, if we look on the Cardassian struggle, you will see Cage of Fire is now complete. You can replay it. And again, the remaining 5 episodes were the featured episode series called the 2800. And we already did the 2800 earlier in this game, because they released this while I was doing this Let's Play series, and so I already went ahead and played those missions. So I do not have to play these missions, but if you are new to the game and you just finished Cage of Fire, then you will have to play these episodes before you can get to the Borg Collective. Now you can see the Borg Collective is lit up for me, and that's only because I already had these 5 episodes done. Second, and they're fun, they're good, but you will have to do those if you're just joining the game now. And again, you can look back. I've already done those episodes, so you can look back into my playlist. I have a playlist just of the 2800, and I might have done them on this character and recorded it, I'm not sure. But that would have been way earlier in the game. Now, what I can do though is I can replay these missions
By now, you've faced
to get
the Borg.
Mark 11 equipment.
The Collective is appearing
Okay,
with
take
more
that back.
frequency in the
Mark
Alpha
10
Quadrant
still.
now, and Defera
It's
is
not
facing
giving me a Mark
repeated
11
attacks.
option.
We've been able.
So it's not giving me Mark 11 option yet for the
We've
rewards.
evacuated everyone we could to
Mark
Bajor.
10.
We're setting up a base there.
Okay, so I take that back. Maybe you can't equip Mark 11. I thought you could at upper half, but then
Karakan's
it
ships are
should be
guarding the
giving me
wormhole,
Mark
so
11
access is limited.
gear, and it's only
A
giving me
small
Mark 10
craft like
gear.
a shuttle.
So that's not right. It
The
should-
Federation Council has authorized
Mark
the release
10.
of the Founder from.
So I cannot replay these for Mark 11 stuff right now. I was hoping I was going to be able to and go ahead and put Mark 11 stuff on, but apparently it's still Mark 10. Let's go back and look at Night of the Comets. Yep, still giving me the Mark 10 Federation. So I guess for mission rewards, it's not going to give you Mark 11 until you hit Vice Admiral, which is level 50. But I think you can still equip Mark 11 stuff at upper half. I need to double check that, because I am not quite sure. Now, they might have changed it. It used to be at upper half you could start equipping Mark 11 stuff. But then none of the mission rewards are giving me Mark 11, so that confuses me. So I will have to double check on that for you guys in the next episode and let you know what happens. But basically, we're done with the Cardassian stuff. We're going to move on to the Borg stuff. And the first, in the next episode, the 2 things we will do is report to Gamma Orionis, which is how we basically open up Gamma Orionis sector block. And then I will show you Collateral Damage, which is the first Borg mission. Now, to prepare for the Borg, and actually it says you need to be level 47 to do these, and I'm level 46. I'm not even up there yet to where I need to be. So I actually cannot do these right now at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bunch of stuff off screen that I don't really need to record for you guys, but I'm going to start some DOF missions, and I am probably going to do some kind of nebula exploration or something small just to get me over the hump here to level 47. And so that way, when I start the next episode, I will be able to play these 2 for you here. Do Collateral Damage. And also, to prepare for the Borg, I am going to... Oh, my inventory's full. I am going to first clear out my inventory. But then I'm going to see if it is possible to start equipping Mark 11 gear. And if it is, I'm going to start looking at replacing my Mark 10 stuff with Mark 11 stuff. Because when you're fighting the Borg, every little bit helps. And I definitely want to be good at that. I can't upgrade the Jem'Hadar armor, shield, and weapon yet. That whole set I'm using to Mark 11, I can't do that yet because it's not giving me the option. So I'll just go ahead and keep that shield, armor, and weapon with that bonus set now. And I can't get the Mark 11 Type 3 phaser yet. And I've already got a maxed out kit. That's the best kit you can get. It's a very rare Mark 10 kit, and there is no higher grade kit. So I already have the kit maxed out. So what I'll look at is see if I can get some Mark 11 anti-proton weapons for maybe my bridge officers, and then see if I can equip them with Mark 11 shields and armor. And then I'll look at see if I can start equipping my ship with Mark 11 weapons too. If I can't, and if it doesn't let me, then we'll just stick with what we got and go from there. But I was so sure that at upper half you can start equipping Mark 11 stuff. See, I don't have anything in my inventory that's Mark 11 right now that I could even try. But apparently the replay missions are still only giving me Mark 10. So there's no point in replaying anything at this point. So I'll do some off-screen stuff, clean this up, and find out what the deal is. But basically, the next episode, when I come back, we are messing with the Borg. That is for sure. See you guys then.